I saw that Gex announcement. I don't know how to feel. Of all creatures, why Gex? Alright, let's go ahead and engage in this nonsense, see what we got. Why did we make X? I don't know. It was certainly a decision.
SMZ3 Randomizer is filmed in front of a live tracker audience. Nice to see you, Ringelson.
Fresh meat.
Alright, so far so good on everything shuffling properly in this new version. I think it's time!
How to do an Amora Silver Spark.
To go to Blue Britain. I've got a good feeling. Alright, surely this will work out again, right?
Hi, Evil Jabrian.
Bombs. Not encouraging.
I'm sure you're happy if this is early in the seed.
Showtime!
Yeah, Starman's here, thank you for the 66 months. Didn't jump and spin it a little bit more for us today as we're getting started here with this here seed. Okay, not this time. They can't all be winners! I mean, honestly, if any era needed some touch-ups of remakes and whatnot, it's the PlayStation 1 era. Those games are really rough to go back to.
Hey X Little Red X.
Same thing with the N64, like those really early games could definitely use a little bit of help. No, I looked at the silly trailer for the CDI successor thing, but... Hey Tracker, get a load of this!
Eastern Palace is now blue pendant. Mark the palace with millions of billions of grains of sand as red pendant. Mark Tower of Hera as pendant of courage.
Ow! So, that's all the pendants. I mean, there's a chance. I've seen this situation a few times.
Missiles. Good. Now you can get things done when I don't give you any beams.
Hey, Lapras can swim.
If you got
Crazy.
less, you wouldn't need these. Tracking Zora's flippers. This is not the content you are looking for. 5 treasures left.
Unsurprisingly, this sprite's another dirty shadow blocker, but I'll try to make it work. It doesn't completely block it anyways. It's a lot better than most of them. Oh, I have more bombs.
Throw more of these, please.
Yeah, we can surf! That's what you do. You get a Lapras, you teach an HM to 03, and then you're good to go! Magic! Give me that. It is nice to see more games getting some availability increases, yeah. Because, I mean, a lot of games for those early eras are just, holy shit, Bomb Grab! Well, that derailed my brain. That's a lot of bombs!
I didn't quite get that.
Hey, Tracker, Lumberjack Ledge is bullshit.
Not an Aga seed then? Marked lumberjack tree is bullshit.
Yeah, I started with boots. I've had my fill of not starting with boots, so now I start with boots. Right, I think it was,
Cleared King Zora.
Hey, Tracker,
Good
undo
job
that.
on getting the X-ray scope. That one was on you, not me.
Tracker, all I said was, that was the, and you got whatever the hell that was.
Upgraded caffeine by 1 step.
Yeah, bombs are definitely free. We have a very infinite supply, courtesy of
Greetings Starfall Infinity.
all the bomb crabs. Me having flippers makes me not want to go to Zora area right now, so we'll hold off on that for a little bit.
Hello Zinfandel ZT. How ya doing Hyrule Warrior 964?
So something that the MSU Randomizer is going to be able to do, once it gets,
I
fished
thought
up.
that Adam had no plans to authorize the use of
Tracker a
bees.
sec.
Not the bees. 3 more and it will matter. Kind of.
So Tracker's,
Maybe.
not Tracker.
You now have 2
The
big
MSU
20s.
Randomizer is going to be able to tell you what
Allied
song is
like
playing.
5,000.
That's what the new,
ABASS.
detailed YAML files
More
are for.
missiles.
So that way, it'll do more than just kind of sit there. It'll also let you know the track name, what MSU it's from, all that sort of info. The album artist, the album name. Just cool little bits of information so you can see exactly what the heck was in there.
I'm sure you're excited to get that.
But it's up to the pack creators to add in the YAML files.
Don't spend it all in one place.
Pancakes!
Marked off the gravity suit. This is like some serious potion money. Why do I track these again?
If you want a bombs, sure.
Who put 3 Zelda bombs in this game?
Yeah, that's what I figured, Matt. Kinda like how you have the current window that tells you when the last time the MSU shuffled was. I figured there'll be another
You
little
stumbled
spot
upon
there
more
that you can
20
add in.
rupees. What was that?
Kinda like having a little now playing section. Oh, it's just a regular bee.
Superb soup collection begins.
Ha!
Money, 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 money.
So Zora's in logic. That seems highly suspicious. I should probably follow up on that and go see what the fish has. Oh my god, is that really catchy overworld theme?
Stockpiled more soup. Did you get a nice book at least? Hello, Firelight.
I need to do an episode on order sometime soon. There's a couple of things I need.
Toggling spicy rod on.
Like, this old headphone to speaker switch that I've had for a bajillion years has certainly served me well,
You now
but
have 420 rupees.
it should probably be
Nice.
replaced. It's getting old and only half functions. But it served me so well! I bought it back when Radio Shack was a thing!
Howdy shop Vacboy.
Get him, Bee! Good work, Bee!
Picked up more missiles. 3/4 of a heart is almost a working one.
Yeah, I got tons
I
of stuff from
think.
Future Shop. I
You
mean,
need some of these, right? Aren't these like the E-tanks in the Mega Man X series?
for the longest time,
Toggle
Future
and
Shop
charge
was just
beam
another
on.
brand name for Best Buy. Kenda had a weird thing like that going for a while, where EV Games was just GameStop and Future Shop was just Best Buy. They were technically owned by other people, but it was the same goddamn business in terms of what they stocked and how their business worked. It was mostly small things behind the scenes that were different, like how employees got paid. Well, that's a lot of
Track
suits!
Varia suit.
Hope everybody's ready for a good old time in Super Metroid, because it looks like we're going to be spending a lot of time there.
Could you repeat that?
Hey, Tracker, Bombos is at Lake Hylia Island.
At least this isn't that far out of the way. Marked Bombos at Lake Hylia Island.
Eee!
Added more energetic tanks.
Oh, hey, Slappers in their natural habitat. The absolute lack of movement on the sprite while swimming is kind of... doesn't look right, though. It's not even like bouncing up and down, it is just stiff, unanimating, singular sprite.
Showtime!
That doesn't look right. Fuck, I should only think of it as 3 months! Getting Jonathan spin it a little bit more for us today as we're heading on
There's
in.
nothing to remove.
Gonna see what I
Holding
get
more
from
Zelda
this.
bombs. Do you need bombs? Now you can afford them. Greetings, Gamer Zero.
I got a fairy! That's not gonna be very useful. Oh, y'allies. Alright, Zora. You got put into logic really early. Do you have anything?
Howdy Duke Firebird.
Zip it no why. Yeah, that seems good. What a surprise. Zora actually had something.
Toggled mirror on.
Who could have seen that one coming? Alright, now the fairy actually will be useful because, you know,
You stumbled upon more 20 rupees.
I don't have to death warp anymore. Alright, Mira lets me do this a little bit faster. That's nice. Immediately useful. Burger.
What are you going to destroy with these?
Everything, Tracker. Everything. Ah. Oh, hey, are we gonna become a shiny Lapras?
Upgraded shirt by 1 step.
I think that's the shiny Lapras color. I honestly can't remember. We're purple now! Okay, good. The heck's the red mail gonna be then? We just became a line of 8,192
Leaving
laughers.
Stalakazam trainer. Hoarding more missiles.
Oh, shiny odds. They were always too high. I mean, too low. Too rare. I saw some shinies on the DS, but I haven't seen one since. It's been a few generations since I've seen one.
Picked up more E
Outside of the ROM hack where I'm currently playing, where their chances of appearing are 1 over 512 instead. Which is to say, much more common! Oh, that seems
Time
important.
to become an orb.
What have we got here, Dragon Cat? Oh, God. Oh, no. It's gonna get you!
What death?
Beware the killer Lapras. He knows how to wield a sword, even if it doesn't have hands!
Marking off the mushroom. 4 items left in that place where your uncle's body is still decomposing.
Might as well make use of the fire round while I have it. Eh.
Cool. More missiles. 3 treasures left.
Hell yeah, we're using Fire Blast! After all, it's a shot projectile of fire, and actually I guess this would technically be Flame Burst. But it has a chance to burn. I'm not sure, which move would this be? Perhaps it's Incinerate!
Pouring 1 out for 1 inept guard.
I guess it could be Ember, but Ember's so weak, and the Fire Rod's so strong. Look at this snake RNG right here, jeez. Dragon Breath doesn't burn, it paralyzes. Oh dear, alright, we're going deeper. Did I get it? Yeah, I got it.
Rip Ganondorf.
Hey, Tracker, undo that.
I'll undo that.
Alright, what amazing prizes have I sequence broken through the power of sight?
You stumbled upon more 20 rupees.
Nothing!
2 treasures left.
Alright, we're going to
Didn't you
Super
see the no
Metroid.
trespassing sign? Marked off the blue boomerang. Just 1 more. You now have 35 explosive arrows. That's everything in Hyrule Castle.
Hey,
I didn't get
it's
that.
him! Goku! On my toes! Ooh, extra power bomb, don't mind if I do.
Added more 20 rupees. Didn't you see the no trespassing sign?
Now shut it, Tracker, I'll go where I want.
Pouring one out for Borgardorm.
Hey, Tracker, I can do that.
That one was on you, not me.
Oh yeah, sure it was, Tracker. If that helps you sleep at night. So the car I borrow has a Microsoft-based vocal detection thing as well.
Tracking sanctuary heart container.
And let me tell you, it's
You
even
now
less
have 15
reliable.
Powerful bombs.
I had to fight that thing just to get it to play the song I want.
Marking off the Book of Medora.
Alright, so we have a nice happy number of 15 power bombs, so that should do the trick. Not very many soups, though. Oh god, it's here! He's back!
You just had to get these items early.
Now I was gonna shuffle off of it during my
Found
time in
more
here.
super explosive arrows. Stop right there, criminal scum. Tracked sword. You now have 40 missiles.
Are we still Sensei? Yes, we are!
Found more 50 rupees. You now have 45 missiles. Good to see you, game phase 252. Greetings DRD1333. Even more explosive arrows. Hey Dr. Smasher. You should have enough now, I think.
Well, they go, so I'm a Sensei Steve because Sensei's the best! Power of old man!
Toggling silver arrows on.
Power of old man, that was a reference to the series, the part of the series that never got localized, who was also very strong. Honestly, his dual strike change is more of a love tap. He's still ridiculous.
Fresh meat.
Sweet. Another one.
I think you're dating back to like Super Famicom Wars or something. He's old! In more ways than
You now have
one!
20 superb missiles. Why don't we go visit Spore Spawn for old time's sake?
Alright, we still
Another
on
full
Sensei?
heart. Neat.
Yep. There ain't no stopping the old man! I completely forgot to go in here last time. Good thing it wasn't anything important. There we go! Hey, tracker, track content.
Tracked content. Don't let it get to your head. Yay. More missiles.
He can't be stopped.
Stop right there. Criminal scum.
No, you can't stop Sensei! He cannot be stopped! If there's enough properties on the map, you have no hope.
Okay.
Yeah, I've gotten that on the first shot a few times. It's hard to do if you don't have at least the space jump or the high jump. But I'll usually get it pretty quickly. There were times where it'd take me a lot longer, but not anymore. Hey!
Toggling magic cape on.
I mean, it's always self-feeding. For every amount of infantry and mechs you can get rid of, another 2 will take their place. It's just
This might be
unstoppable.
useful if you didn't find sticks everywhere. So many 20 rupees.
You have to change out the default rules if you want to stand a chance against Sensei. Because you need way more money than normal to have strong enough units to one-shot all the infantry. Good luck! Yeah, I want that, though. If you can one-shot the infantry, you might be able to deal with it. But that's a tough ask.
Thump thump. How did you get to blue Brinstar ceiling without the ice beam? More missiles?
Showtime!
Lula, thank you for the tier 2 for 31 months. And Golden's been a little bit more for us today as we're in this whole
Toggle
testing
morphing
process.
ball off.
Hey, Tracker, undo that.
Rewinding. More missiles? You now have 6 energetic tanks.
Sticking around all this time for that big old support. It helps keep us chugging along. Hopefully there's nothing in Waterway. Freaking, it's always that place. The most difficult location not to orf is freaking Waterway. I don't really want to go to Rex ship yet. There's just so many things that would be a problem.
Oh, I'm sorry. Was I supposed to care about reserve tanks? Of course this location would have a shitty item.
I guess I'll peek this. I got enough power bombs handy. Hey, Tracker, old Turian launch pad is bullshit.
Marked old Turian launchpad as bullshit.
Oh god, so they made him able to get his CO power even faster, did they? And I'm pretty sure they didn't adjust how many stars they required either, so, yeah, good luck getting rid of all those.
That's nice.
Yeah, the randomizer usually gets stuck on a couple in particular MSU packs when it does the randomization. That's computers for you. They get stuck in a pattern.
Your missile collection is getting somewhere.
Oh no, it's Pepperman! Kill it! Kill it now!
Saying goodbye to Bomb Torizo. Hi mate Leela 90.
Go ahead and open this up. Refill my stuff. I'm not gonna go to the wreck ship just yet. I'll go in a minute.
Good to see you, Sky Mono Wielder.
Oh, that seems pretty important.
Marking off the Moon Pearl.
I guess I can take that. You know what? Let's just go. Accidentally do the continuous wall jump while I'm at it? Sure, why not? Hey, tracker track content.
Sweet. Too bad it isn't something better. Tracked shovel.
Someday we're gonna see all pendants in the light world, and there will actually be a moon pearl on pedestal. But today is not that day.
Hoarding more 50 rupees.
I've seen other neat things like lamp on there a couple of times, but I've never seen the fabled moon pearl pedestal. It is possible, it's just exceedingly rare. I mean, I definitely have enough songs from Dueling Duels to do that kind of pack. But that will be the heaviest pack of all time! Because holy shit, do almost all those songs go really, really hard. Alright, I've gotten all the missile hits that I need thus far, so this phase should be able to kill it. There we go! Perfecto!
Toggled fan tune on.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's just the GBA game, Goku sprite. But it translates over to Super Metroid quite well. Though I can't believe they used GT colors for the gravity suit!
Marking off the bug catching net.
Oh no. Oh no, it's the other one to go alongside the face! Oh no! Oh man, that's a really Toriyama expression.
Such a useful item.
Oh dear. Yes. Gotta punch all the guys in the schnoz. The Goku way. No understanding emotion, only understand punch. Hey, Tracker, wreck ship bullshit room is bullshit.
Mark that room in wrecked ship with all the water where you always reset as bullshit. Howdy Hawkblade 573.
Yep! He doesn't have very many activities he enjoys, but...
Howdy Crispy Croco.
Fight and eat! Definitely summarize the majority of them. Even when the forum puts a lot of things in danger. Because he's insatiable. No amount of fight is good enough. Must always have more fight. Bigger fight. Alright, we are becoming a wizard. Turtle Rock's guaranteed to be a crystal, so I mean, I do need that. Alright, let's see if I can actually see the item up there. This is gonna be tricky. This wall jump sucks. This wall jump sucks a lot. Okay, it's only $5, so not to worry about this item. No, I would have gotten it anyways.
Smash 4 of these together and you get a big 20. Upgraded hands by 1 step.
I'm happy to support my fellow Canadians entering Bucks. I've gotten all their games so far. I wonder what their next one will be. I mean, I didn't really look at all the stuff. But of that entire list that I actually saw, probably Gex.
Even more bombs.
Maybe a new engine would make some of the platforming mechanics actually tolerable. Maybe. Hey, Tracker, Chozo Bowling Alley speed booster item is bullshit. Hey, Tracker, Bowling Alley speed booster item is nothing.
Ignoring bowling alley. Speed booster item.
Alright.
You had to be told how to carry more sticks? Twice?
I never really cared about the SNES Jurassic Park game. I did, like, check it out once. James Bond will return, but not as funny man Pierce Brosnan, but as some old dude, in a more serious tone that makes them more interesting for some people and less interesting for others. And then we'll kill him.
Even more explosive arrows.
Alright, I can't get to the X-ray skill room at the moment, so hopefully it's nothing important.
Marked bumper cave ledge as bullshit.
Hey, Tracker, I knew that.
Rewinding. Marking off another +5 arrow capacity. Even more 50 rupees.
I mean, that's one way to do it. Yeah, I gotta say, out of all the things that I saw, I'm not sure doing a re-release of a softcore porno is probably the best idea. Nostalgia or no, it's a weird thing to have nostalgia for. Alright, that's Dark World Access.
Toggled hammer on.
That's a lot of
Tossed
stuff.
another 10 arrows onto the pile.
Trust me, you don't want any idea of what I'm talking about. That's for the best. Your penis. Oh.
How many more E-tanks do you need? Oh no.
So far, everything
Please
seems to
avert
be
your eyes to
working
avoid seeing an imminent
perfectly fine with the
disaster.
MSU Randomizer again. See if I can get this again. I've been getting slowly more consistent at it. Yep, so far so good. Nothing's been blowing up and all the tracks are playing in the right places. So that's good. Ah! Got him!
Toggled crate on.
Hey, Tracker, track
Did
content.
you get the quick kill?
I did!
You wouldn't lie to me.
Nah, don't worry.
Would you?
Nah, that's Peter's,
How
not
are you
me.
even carrying that many content? So many Zelda bombs.
Alright, I think I'm gonna go spend some time in Link to the Past. There's a lot of stuff I can do there, even if I can touch on Meridia.
Toggled spring ball on.
Yeah, the just sudden crash as soon as the Hyper Beam cutscene started, Darkman. It's like, ooh, well, man. Well, there's a bugged one. I know that crash well.
Increasing collection of 20 rupees.
Nuts, get away. The screw attack? Ooh, baby. Mama likes that, oh yes.
You now have 85 missiles.
Oh god, virtual highline. Arthur Blues was playing that the other day. It looked like it was going swimmingly.
Tracking screw attack.
He was making progress. He was making steady progress. He played the game before. I don't know why he'd want to play it twice, but hey, that's Arthur Blues. He plays lots of bad games, like Bubsy. Good ones too, but he does have a tendency to play lots of bad games.
Tracked shield. That was kind of you to help that old man when you couldn't see.
Now, the cabbages! They're deadly. Freaking tempted to do Green Pendant Tower Para for no other reason than to get my magic refilled real quick. That looks good. I'm gonna have to get hit by a bunny beam at some
Your
point.
10 arrows collection is getting somewhere.
See what it turns Lapras into. Hey, Tracker, get a load of this!
Dark Palace is now blue crystal. Swamp Palace is now red crystal. Marked Skillwoods is crystal. Marked the town. The town for thieves. The town specially chosen to house thieves. Thieves Town is red crystal. Frigid Palace is now blue crystal. Marked the green place that is more of a swamp than the place actually called a swamp, which is more like a sewer is blue crystal. Turtle Rock is now crystal. Do you have enough 10 arrows yet?
No. Hey, Tracker, Ether Tablet is a bottle. Hey, Tracker, mark Ether Tablet as bottle. Hey, Tracker, Ether Tablet has a bottle.
Marked bottle at Ether Tablet.
Hey, Tracker, mark Bombos is required for Turtle Rock.
Marked Bombos as required for Turtle Rock.
I bet there's gonna be something in the basement. There always is. In fact, let's find out right now. Hey, Tracker, enable hints.
Hints are now enabled.
Hey Tracker, what's in Tower of Hera Big Key Chest?
It's got something for Kid Gaku, but I wouldn't bother with it.
Hey Tracker, clear Tower of Hera Big Key Chest.
Cleared Tower of Hera Big Key Chest. One more to go in here. Added more supers.
Hey Tracker, Mark Quake is required
That's
for Mystery
everything in
Buyer.
the tower that you just cheat up to the top of. Quake is now known for the green place that is more of a swamp than the place actually called a swamp, which is more like a sewer.
Pokemon battle engage! Oh no! Lap for
You're back here
fated!
again? I take it things didn't go so well.
Let's try that again, round 2! We had to fork over our lunch money! There we go! We taught it a new move, and all was well!
Pouring one out for Moldurm.
Bedrocks, I'm trying to take a look at this. Ah. Hey Tracker, mark lamp at Floating Island.
Unfortunately, there's no ascendability in this game. Marked lamp at Floating Island.
It's decently locked. I'll have to come back to that later. We taught our lap for Sacred Sword. It's an illegal move. It's been hacked.
Tracked half magic.
I guess Sacred Sword will be whenever we find the Master Sword.
So many Zelda
Ah,
bones.
the tech!
Cane of Somaria is now yours. You now have 6 heart pieces. That's nice. So many explosive arrows. Found more heart pieces.
Not the most exciting
Toggled
Paradox
ice
game,
beam
but it's
on.
something. Just a second! One moment! Hey, Tracker, undo that.
Make up your mind.
Oh, I don't know how doable this is gonna be with this sprite. Here we go! Yoink!
Tracked lamp. That took so much effort to get. Amazing. Didn't you see the no trespassing sign?
Yoink!
Good to see you, Ducky Lover.
Guess I'll go ahead and pick up Bombo since I need it anyways. Bum bum bum. More Berg!
That's nice. Enough pieces for 2
Oh, there's
full
Sacred
hearts.
Sword. Nice.
Wow. Your progressive sword is now even better. Marking off another missile. I don't get paid enough for this.
Oh, darn right, I could have gone to Spike Cave. Whoops. Hopefully there's nothing there. Damn. Can't get my spin speed? Damn. It's just not happening today. Yo, quarter magic!
Track border magic.
We found the PP Max! Yeah, this is definitely a good arrangement of Horrorland. It's got that right level of spoopy. Yo, Ranko, welcome. Here, join us near the start of one of these here crazy randomizer scenes. Hope you're having yourself a good one. More Berg!
Another one.
Endless Berg. Yeah, get the theremin involved. Yeah! The spookiest of instruments. I'm doing all right. Can't complain too much.
You have enough missiles now.
Primo Berg. I could go for a few of those. All I got at the moment is hot dogs. But they're so quick and easy to prepare. I mean, I guess that's fine. Meat cylinders! Horrorland may be considered the most difficult quote-unquote board, but Spaceland is definitely the worst board. Holy shit! How does that one always devolve into nothingness?
Good job on getting the bombos. You better escape before you get zapped.
Just spend the whole game running around the outside portion of Spaceland, getting caught by the police constantly, being moved back to the same 2 spaces! Everybody goes past Boo all the time, so everything just gets stolen and And then it always just comes down to spamming gold pipes. It takes too long to get anywhere. Alright, I can leave Crocomire alone this scene. Drake! He's here! Oh god, yeah, Mystery Land has some severe Wario's Battlefield issues. You just get stuck. You don't get stuck as badly as in Wario's Battlefield, but you still just get stuck. Sometimes he can make naval units work. And sometimes he can try out a battleship for no other reason than just cuz. And it can cost you a fortune to keep it repaired and still somehow work out.
Picked up more missiles. The Racing Council will hear about this.
It took a highly unnecessary number of missiles. Dragon? Are you gonna actually try to... There you go. I mean, I'll take the free hits. They're appreciated, but at the same time... Easy!
Toggled Dragon on. Found more 20 rupees.
Pressed the button way too early on that one. There we go. That ought to do it. I'm free! Whee! Ow! But I wanted the damage boost forward, not backward. Oh. Oh, I missed! But my damage boosts! How am I supposed to go fast if I don't boost the damages? I want to go fast! I'm going this way. This was really awkward to get through without any form of jump extension. Wait. Can I even get out of the room that I'm about to go to? I guess I'll find out soon! I'm sure this room's escapable, right? Right? I just need to do a really crafty wall jump. Get back here!
You now have 9 heart pieces. How did you get to Plasma Beam Room without the hello
Oh yeah,
jump
this
boots?
this is totally doable. Yeah, there we go.
Nice to see you, Curtis Wildcat.
Just jump good, forehead.
Marked power bomb at pedestal.
Hey, Tracker, undo that.
I'll pretend nothing happened.
I wonder. Hey, Tracker, how are you?
Can it wait for a bit?
Oh no!
I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
She's back to her
If you
default!
would like to cheat, say hey tracker, enable cheats. Greetings Robin Fia. Howdy sleepy teal coder.
Always with the calibrations tracker, you don't think about anything else.
Cool, more supers.
Alright, come along, little snail friend. That looks right. That's because it is.
Added more missiles. You could have just waited to get that, you know.
Yeah, but then I wouldn't know what they
Even more
were,
missiles.
Tracker, and that's very important. I got to know exactly what they are. Let's see if either of these sand pits have anything useful in them. Yes, a medallion I absolutely require. Very well.
Quake is now yours. How are you even carrying that many primitive explosives?
Because I got bomb capacity expansions, Tracker. It's an important part of the equation. You should know, you've been tracking those. Alright, there's one small issue. I can't actually get the second item in Bubba Turtle Room, but we'll see what happens. Because I do still need lots more stuff before I feel fully comfortable with the Dark World. Not so much for lack of progression, but more just because I'd have to orphan about a million things. Hey, Tracker! Mainstream missiles is bullshit.
Ignoring Main Street, ceiling shine spark.
I forget which pack this one's from. This is gonna be one of those things where the updates, once they come through for the MSU Randomizer, are gonna be real nice. It's like, what's this one again?
More missiles.
Okay, it's just an E-tank. Hey, Tracker, Mama Turtle grapple is nothing.
Nothing is now known for the Turtle Club that features weird So Mario blocks and Super Mario references.
Hey, Tracker, I'd do that.
Well then why did you tell me to do that?
Hey, Tracker, Sudo clear Mama Turtle. Hey, Tracker, Sudo clear Mama Turtle Room.
Cleared Mama Turtle Room. Why are there full hearts laying around?
Gotta hit him with the old Sudo. Going up. Damn, where was all my horizontal momentum in that? Alright, let's try that again. I said going up!
Please repeat.
That's better. That's correct, Matt. I mean, it makes sense. Super user do. Because you're asking it to do something. Nice wave beam.
Marked off the wave beam.
How am I? I'm fine. I was hoping to stream something else today, but alas, I'll have to stream it tomorrow. A shield I can
More
skip.
explosive
Amazing.
arrows.
When does that stop you? That's a good point. That's an excellent point. It will be a surprise for tomorrow. Chicken time.
Try again.
Oh no, I didn't want to go down this way. Hey, Tracker, enable spoilers.
Parsing the spoiler log text file.
Hey, Tracker, what's at left sandpit left?
There's nothing important there.
Hey, Tracker, disable hints.
I'll stop giving you hints.
Hey, Tracker, what's at left sandpit left?
Left sand pit left has a green rupee.
Hey, Tracker, what's at left sandpit right?
Left sand pit right has a 5 rupees.
Wow, 6 rupees. That is something. Hey, Tracker, disable spoilers.
Okay, no more spoilers for you then.
Hey, Tracker, clear left sandpit.
Cleared 2 items in left sand pit.
Six whole rupees. Amazing. Alright, we're going to the Dark World. I feel somewhat compelled with the whole nothing left in Super Metroid, unless I start doing more sequence breaking. Which is admittedly tempting, so I'm gonna go do that. Oh boy, this is perhaps... Actually, can I just do this jump? Yes, yes I can. I don't even have to wait for something to freeze, I can just jump good. Forehead.
Found more pieces of heart. By the way, nice tech.
So many problems in this game are solved by just jump good. Legs were kind of oddly stapled to the ground there, where it took like 4
Now
presses
you
of
can
this
afford
jump
to
button
pay
to
me.
get it to work, but oh well. This one's still really hard. Yeah, there we go. Hey, Tracker track content.
Even more content. That's nice. Didn't you see the no trespassing sign?
Tracker, there's like a no trespassing sign on the whole dang scene by now. Oh hey, high jump boots. How
Marked off the
convenient.
hello jump boots. Even more heart pieces.
Now we can jump gooder. Alright, look at him go. Run, Goku, as fast as you can. You'll make it. Here he goes. Good hustle, boy.
Save some energy tanks for the rest of us. Picked up more explosive arrows.
He's running so fast, what a champion. As tempting as it would be to break into Misery Mire, Lower North here in Misery Mire right now, I'd have to gate clip, and I only have 30 super missiles to do that with, and I haven't done that in a while, so I don't really want to. But I could! It's something that's possible.
Found more missiles. Is this even randomized? Even more E-tanks.
Alright, so I didn't find much in here other than the high jump boots. So Crocomire is nothing, but
If you're looking for hints, ask me to turn on hints.
we don't know about Crocomire Escape, so I'm gonna go check that out. It's gonna require a little bit of finesse, but I can get it.
Greetings Flare Sword 9999.
I mean, I've marked a few different locations as nothing, so she would know where nothing is.
You currently have 24 out of 30 super missiles. Do you think you have enough?
It's okay, Tracker. We're leaving Crocomire alone this scene. Alright, I should turn off the screw attack just to make sure I don't accidentally kill this thing. Yeah, that seems pretty good. Yoink!
Flute is now yours.
Don't
The
mind if
racing
I
console will
do!
hear about this. You
Delicious.
never defeated Bedsheet Ghost in the first place.
Seems like a pretty good yoink to me, yeah? I'll go ahead and sequence break these while I'm at it. Go ahead and get all this Metroid stuff done. Hey, nice!
Bacon. Stop right there, criminal scum.
And Tracker really wants to arrest us today. I'm noticing this pattern. $20.
Added more 20 rupees.
Stop! You violated the law! Alright, enough of this here Super Metroid game. Let's move on to the next one. We gotta go find those mitts. I guess while I'm up here, I'll pick up the extra bottle as well as Spike Cave. Because I mean, when else am I gonna do this? What's in the bottle? Is it just an empty one? It's an empty
Are you
one.
going to fill that with hot diet Dr. Pepper or Pilk?
Checker, why are you like this?
Toggling speed
That would
booster
have been
on.
nice to have. Hey, Checker, enable hints.
Hints are now enabled.
Hey, Checker, what's a waterway?
Waterway has something for Lapras, but I wouldn't bother.
Hey, Checker, disable hints.
Good. One less thing that I have to do.
Ah, time to do some donjons. I guess all I technically need is bow, hookshot, and mitts. Preferably some ammo for a Super Metroid, though.
Toggle duck on.
I got like no offensive power. Killing Mother Brain with charged Spazer would take a long time. Yeehaw! Sleigh bells everywhere. It's so cold I wanted to feel in this room. I might actually have to like... It's pretty pleasant in here right now, but I almost feel the temptation to turn the air conditioner up even higher. It's so goddamn hot outside that it's actually starting to beat the thing. God, it's like 36 or some stupid shit today. That's way too hot for this area of Canada. What the fuck? Why is it so hot?
That's nice.
Does somebody order a
One
barbecue?
more to go in here.
And actually, he's extremely humid as well, because, you know, the Maritimes are surrounded by water. A lot of water. Let's beat the crap out of this here moth. I have the power. I guess while I'm here, I should probably go check and see whether or not there's anything on the pedestal. Mama, no!
Ripmoth Eula.
Hey, Tracker! Master Sword pedestal is bullshit.
Phew. Ignoring pedestal.
Man, poor Ice type. As much as I like a lot of the Ice type Pokemon, the simple fact of the matter is that Ice sucks. It sucks badly. It's much better to have just, like, a secondary Ice move rather than an Ice typing.
Death is now a little harder to achieve. That's everything in Skull Woods.
Yeah, it hits a lot of important stuff, but... God, and the things this week too are so bad! Oh hey, yeah, I'll leave that there. And Tracker, mark energy tank but worse at Bumper Cave.
Marked reserve tank at Bumper Ledge.
Like, I love Glaceon, but I can't really use Glaceon because Glaceon just dies. Just absolutely explodes.
If you're looking for hints, ask me to enable hints. You now have 140 missiles.
When suddenly, Lapras transformed into a car. I'm pretty sure Ice is the only one that only resists itself. Otherwise, you just get the other nonsense of stuff like
Found
normal.
more missiles.
Where it's only good against, I mean, it's good against nothing. Except for Ghost. Ow! Alright, let's head on over to Thieves Town. Maybe it's got its own Titans bit in there.
Picked up more heart containers.
Yeah, I like the Lapras sprite. It could stand to be moved up by like 1 or 2 pixels like most of the sprites in the selection, but it's not fully covering the shadow and is actually somewhat usable in that fashion, so it's hardly the worst. And it looks nice.
Even more E-tanks.
I mean, my actual favorite type is water, and water is good, so I mean...
You now have 610 arrows.
It's just a correlation that I like a very large amount of water types. Pretty fishies.
Yay. More 20 rupees. 3 treasures left.
Yeah, I've seen the gigantic Lapras plushies. As well as the life-size Snorlax plushie. Oh, man. Where would you even put that? Alright, let's see what the bunny form is. There's a bunny beam, like, right around the corner here. They didn't hit me? Come on. And it's... It's just a Lapras wearing a bunny hood. It's like, oh shit, bunny form. Whoop. It's like, here you go.
That's nice.
It's the same thing, it just has a bunny hood on.
Treasures left.
My favorite's still Militic, even after all the new ones. Pretty sea snurping. A classic case of just because I didn't care for Gen 3 doesn't mean I don't enjoy what it added.
Added more 20 rupees.
Man, is there gonna be anything in these
One
dungeons?
item left in Thieves' Town.
Cause like, I'm running out of locations here. Is it gonna make me go to Swamp Palace without the hookshot? Cause I'm gonna give it a look. I'm gonna give it a look if it makes me do that. Are you gonna do that, game? Are you gonna do it? Didn't Gen 9 finally give ice types, like, a defensive buff in Hail? So Hail can finally be the mirror of Sandstorm? Why did it take so many generations for that? 5 freaking generations to be like, oh hey, Sandstorm gives rock types a buff, maybe Hail should give ice types a buff.
How many more 10 arrows do you need?
No,
That's
same.
the last of them.
Same diff. Cold weather. Weather that is cold and has water in it. That's frozen in nature. Turtle time!
Cleared Thieves' Town.
Alright, let's go to the next couple of checks, see if I can actually find something. I'm running out of stuff here. That speed booster puts one more item in logic for me to go check in Super Metroid, but that won't take very long.
You now have 40 super missiles.
Where's all the good stuff? I need progression! Where are my mitts? Oh yeah, I have the entirety of Desert Palace open. Honestly, I'll just go for that. There's also the combination of Pod and Eastern Palace, so yeah, we're gonna put off Swamp Palace for a bit.
Do you think it's kinda cramped in there? Found more energy tanks.
I mean, the idea of Infinite Fusion's pretty fun, but I don't know if I'd bother. I wasn't expecting them to have a whole game
More
attached
missiles.
to it, though. That was definitely surprising. I thought it was just a website. But then it became an entire game made in RPG Maker. At least I think it was RPG Maker. which is certainly hilarious. Excellent! Gets me every time.
You now have 5 more heart containers than you started with.
RPG Maker XP, that makes sense. XP was the most versatile of the RPG Makers by a pretty significant margin. It wasn't even close. Unfortunately, RPG Maker XP is also a disorganized mess. So the versatility comes at a cost. Also, the default damage formulas are disgustingly bad. I actually had to go and figure out a way to change them.
Picked up more supers. 1 item left in the palace with millions of billions of grains of sand.
Oh hey, hints about the hint that I asked about earlier. I'd still rather use XP over a lot of the newer versions, though. XP had 2 crucial differences. You weren't limited on your tile sets. You could even have gigantic, massive, but unending tile sets if you really wanted to. And, this is an important one, you had an extra layer to work with in your map editing. So you didn't just have a, like, background and foreground, you also had a secondary foreground for extra layering shenanigans. You can make some really cool looking stuff with that.
Tracking more bombs.
Very pretty. And then the very next version, they severely limited your tileset options. Like, severely. Completely gutted it. But the scripting worked way better and was super well organized. So, you know, give and take. It's Pictionary time for a little bit. I don't know how well MV works. I know that it's filled with lots and lots of expensive DLC. But I mean, the base program probably works fine. Hey, Tracker, enable hints.
Toggled hints on.
Hey, Tracker, what's on Landmolas?
Landmolas has nothing important.
Hey, Tracker, disable hints.
I can no longer assist.
Hey, game, can you stop putting things in all the worst possible spots? Okay, thanks. But yes.
No!
I guess we're going this way now. Okay, so they brought it back for MV, that's good. And if they still use the same scripting system as the other ones as well, then it probably works pretty good. I never really messed with MV. I stopped making those types of things after XP. Oh, that's a good reward.
Rip Spazzer.
MZ? Okay. I didn't realize there was another one. Ew, JavaScript? Why? Ugh. Ugh. Oh, God, gross. It's not the worst language, but it's up there. I've gotten enough JavaScript in my life from my previous internships. Oh, God. Bow locked.
More 20 rupees.
I'll leave this dungeon
4
alone.
items left in Dark Palace.
there's lower
Toggle
Norfair
space jump
access.
on.
Damn.
2 treasures left.
Fine, we have to go to lower Norfair. I mean, admittedly, of the languages I was forced to use for my education, I didn't mind Java. It's got good documentation and everything makes a lot of sense in terms of working with it. It's just kind of slow is all. This is what I get for not sequence breaking into lower Norfair earlier, by the way.
Just one more.
Smith's chain is nothing useful. That is a helpful hint, actually, because I didn't have mitts when I was over there. Hey, Tracker, mark Blacksmith has nothing. Hey, Tracker, Blacksmith has nothing.
Cleared blacksmith.
Hey, Tracker, Purple Chest has nothing.
Ignoring purple chest turn in.
So that means the only thing over there is Peg World. So of my 3 pendants, this is the only one that I really should have dove into. But Tower of Hera at least had the plasma beam as a reward, which is kind of helpful when I don't have very many other things. But I guess I have 50 super missiles now, so that's kind of moot. And even then, the space jump was technically avoidable. Figures, though, the 2 items I accidentally missed are speed booster and space jump. Both are of pretty high importance. Hey, Tracker, enable hits!
Hints are now on.
Hey, Tracker, what's on Armos Knights? Hey, Tracker, what's at Armos Knights?
Armos Knights has something for Lapras, but it's not important.
Hey, Tracker, disable hints.
Toggled hints off.
Literally the worst possible item layouts in all 3 pendant dungeons. We had Tower of Hera basement and 2 boss checks when I knew pedestal was nothing.
Yay. More E-tanks.
Alright, let's head on down! So head on down, stop on by. Yeah, green pendant's where I got the plasma beam. So at least I got something out of that. These cabbages need to be stopped. With this many super missiles, I didn't need the plasma beam. I'll still use the plasma beam a little bit, but the soups would have done the job too. Even in Norfair, you can't escape the sleigh bells. They're ringing. The snow is glistening!
Bet you can't wait to face Ridley. Welcome back to SMZ3 Randomizer.
Try again, Tracker. Try again.
But you already defeated Dragon.
Silver surfing. That song is one of the Jazz Jackrabbit Christmas themes. Pretty sure it's from Jazz Jackrabbit 2 in particular. Ah, there's my hookshot. Well, good thing I found the space jump then, because this one's actually hard locked by space jump.
Hookshot is now yours. Even more 20 rupees.
Yeah, we're pretty close to mid-skill mode, I just need a bow.
Marked Golden Torizo as defeated. Yay. More missiles.
Off to Misery Mire! I already checked Spike Cave. That's where I got my speed booster.
That's nice.
It would have been very helpful to have it, but unfortunately, I missed it. You know, we didn't really have very many of the Christmas tunes for a while there, and now they're coming out with a vengeance.
20 rupees. So many pieces of heart.
Alright, it's chess time! Smooth! Yeah, get that driving pace going! Oh, Jess, if only you were good. I mean, I suppose I should go beat up the boss itself. Quickly find out whether or not it has an item on it. And possibly ask for another hint involving what else is in this dungeon. Yes! Yeah, she's pretty alright in Dual Strike. Not necessarily fantastic, but at least good. Which is a lot better than just really, really unfortunately bad. They gave her something to make her less of a case of die at max. Yeah, Jess. She gets to be the Mega Tank expert! Oh, nice. I actually got the 1 cycle on that. And no items, so back in I go.
Cleared Misery Mire.
Hell yeah! Time for some hardcore saxophone! This is from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, the Manhattan Project. That's super funky, like, underground stage. Usually they made the sewers, you know, kind of ambient and not super funky, but in the 3rd game they're like, you know what? Maximum funk sewers, why not? No. Very helpful.
Sweet. One more to go in here.
Where's my stuff? It's out here somewhere. I guess we'll be going back into the rest of Lower North area soon. Having the entirety of Swamp Palace open does mean that we'll probably be seeing some progression there too. Alright, very last chest in this dungeon as well. I'm noticing a pattern here. With the one exception being Skull Woods.
You now have 9 more bombs than you started with. That's everything in the green place that is more of a swamp than the place actually called a swamp, which is more like a sewer.
Alright, Lower North air time. Oh, hell yeah! Right on! Days of Ruin, you're a peculiar game, but your music went very hard. Yep, Days of Ruin was the last Advance Wars game before the remake. They decided to go dark and edgy. It didn't work out. It had a lot of interesting mechanical ideas, though.
Good job on getting the ether.
Yeah, there was a lot of, like, really interesting mechanical changes. I wasn't super big on the changes to COs, though. It just made your units feel less special. Something that, for example, Wargroove imitated, and unfortunately has the exact same problem. While having more homogeneous units are certainly more balanced, it does make things a little bit less interesting. Alright, Ridley, get down here. Good boy.
Toggled Ridley on. Picked up more primitive explosives.
I like the concept, but I didn't really like it too much in execution. One of those, that's neat, but I'd really rather just have different units across the board. Jazz be damned! Man, I gotta make YAML files for all my old MSU packs. That's gonna take a bit. I got the Pizza Tower
You're
one
welcome,
mostly done.
I think.
So much copy and pasting and going cross-eyed from text all over the screen and trying my absolute best to make sure I don't make any mistakes and correcting all the .bat files to change up the track numbering so it's in line with the rest of it, and so yeah, it's gonna take a bit. Okay, and a burn.
Marked off the cane of Berna.
Yeah, just a bit of work. Thankfully, with once again the exception of the Christmas pack, everything has extended tracks and whatnot, so it's just the text files that I need to worry about.
You already have that.
And Tracker, Escape Power Bomb is bullshit.
Are you playing a different game? Anyway. Marked flute at Escape Power Bomb
And
Room.
Tracker, Escape Power Bomb Room is bullshit.
Ignoring Escape Power Bomb Room. That's a lot of soup.
I'm not sure if I've seen a fan remake of Manhattan Project, but I have at least seen, like, SNES Turtles in Time sounding versions of the music. Oh, sure, I'll grab this one.
Your progressive shield grows stronger.
Get the useful shield. Yeah, speaking of NES Turtles. Good old Konami, and they're using audio pops as a form of percussion. You do what you can with your limited tools. Alright, so all I got out of all this was the hook shot. So, we're out to Swamp Palace then. Yeah, there's a lot of NES games that are just technical marvels. I mean, people can hate on Battletoads for its various levels of bullshit all they want, but that was an impressive NES game. The Turbo Tunnel in general is just like some absolute nonsense wizardry. It's funny what happens when a company gets really comfortable with a console. It's like, what do you mean there's parallax scrolling? The console doesn't have parallax scrolling! Alright, Swamp, what secrets are you hiding and why are they the Titan's bit?
Marking off another energy tank.
Oh my god.
5 treasures left.
Yeah, Mode 7 on the SNES, people really went wacko with that. Back in the day, before Nintendo's console gimmicks were a bit more overt, we had the more subtle ones, like Mode 7. Sega was capable of doing some good stuff too. It's just, you see a little bit less of it. Alright, fine, I'll go to left side swamp. Wait, did I outdo the illegal tech? Curse you, autopilot! The ActRaiser remake is pretty neat. So, my god, some of those visual assets are very clashy.
Good job on the tech. Was it a first try?
But I like that they tried to spice up the simulation sections a bit. And it seems like it wasn't quite as hard. Which is also probably good, because the first game wasn't as hard as the second one, but it was still kind of rough. ActRaiser 2 is just mean.
Marking off another missile. 4 items left in the wet place with the slow left side that nobody wants to do.
Hey, it's the
Congratulations
Titan's
with your new titty mitts.
Who could have guessed?
3 treasures left.
Oh man,
I
this...
think it is time we use our season tickets to Peg World.
I could, Tracker. It would be pretty hype if Peg World ended up being Go Mode. I'm just saying. I think so. I think the second one was all Enix, yeah. I played it. I had a good time with it. But I'm happy I had the resource down to save states at the time. Yeah, it's probably just gonna be Turtle Rock, but maybe it won't be. There's a chance. So you're saying there's a chance?
How many more pieces of heart do you need? 2 treasures left. Yay! More 50 rupees. Just 1 more. Howdy Theresing Advent. You stumbled upon more 300 rupees.
I kind of wish Slapper's swimming sprite bobbed up and down a little bit, but oh well, still works. Gotcha! Oh, hey! The big chest locked itself. How handy.
Cleared the wet place with the slow left side that nobody wants to do.
Man, that total shift in the song, though. Screw it! Let's try it! Alright, chat! Better get your hopes in gear! There's a lot of things that Titan's been unlocked. But there is technically a chance that Penguin will have the Go Mode bow. We shall see. And just for funsies, I'm checking it first. We already know Smith Chain is nothing, so I can ignore those. It's not the worst thing. I'll take it. It's something.
Upgraded progressive sword by 1 step.
We'll give it one of these.
I liked Peg World before it was cool.
I find this offering acceptable. I still have both Trinex and Cold State to take out, and they benefit the most from the gold sword, so works for me.
Added more bombs.
Here, have one of these.
Yay. More power bombs.
Alright, I mean a red potion's fine. It's not like I'm gonna run out of magic anytime soon. The sprite actually does move a little bit, specifically in the facing upward sprite. I just found that out, Gabe. Thanks for letting me know. Alright, let's get Natalia out of here. Just make sure to leave her in the cell until we're ready to take her out. No sense risking getting her shot in the face by one of the many, many
2
guards.
items left in the cold place with the puzzle whose intended solution was so bad it was replaced in an official re-release.
Or sometimes, occasionally, by accident, myself.
That was an okay icebreaker, but how about this one? What item from another Metroidvania do you wish was in this?
How'd they change the puzzle in the GBA? They just opened up the room where you're supposed to push the block down. It's no longer nearly as restricted in terms of its movement. So it's pretty much you just go down to the bottom floor and come back up. Rather than having to go down to the bottom floor, come up, go up even further, swing all the way around, and then drop down. Oh, you know, existed. I managed. Wait, why are there That's two separate hints telling me about the plasma beam with different wording. Matt! Matt! So I got a Sahasrara specific hint and a plasma beam hint. But wait, they're one and the same.
Increasing collection of heart containers. 1 item left in the cold place with the puzzle whose intended solution was so bad it was replaced in an official re-release.
I mean, you can always play Boris. That's usually a safe bet. The games are almost identical between the Super Nintendo and GBA versions of this game. The GBA has an extra dungeon based off the Four Swords content, since the Four Swords was also part of the cartridge itself. It was a pretty short dungeon with a bunch of, essentially, clone fights. But it got you some cool rewards. Otherwise, it's usually very minor changes, like being able to actually select your bottles more easily. A little bit of GBA screen crunch, but it's less of a problem in a game like this. Alright, fine, the bow's up on Death Mountain. Who could have seen that one coming?
Cool. More Zelda bombs.
I mean, if you want the real
Nothing
reason why the
left in
GBA
Frigid
version is no
Palace.
good,
Marked Krakow Jr. is
there's one
defeated.
very specific reason. How do you feel about GBA compressed young Link noises? Cause yeah, that's probably the worst feature of the entire game. Bit crunch cheers!
You already have mushroom.
Any worse than the Minish Cap voices? Yes, actually.
Hoarding more 10 arrows. Tossed another 20 rupees onto the pile.
The Minish Cap ones feel like they were redone a little bit for the GPA, so they end up sounding a bit better. The Link to the Past ones, they're kind of crunchy. A little crunchy.
So many energy tanks, but worse.
Oh, hey, it's the blow!
Hopefully you can use it in time before you die. Marking off another power bomb.
Hey, Tracker, it's Go mode. Hey, Tracker, track Go mode.
Toggled Go mode. On.
I honestly can't tell if I'm on the right pixel. It looks like it. Yes. Offers use rock crime! Rock crime, yes, exactly. I mean, that's also accurate.
It's a
Amazing!
single arrow. Why are you having me track this? 4 treasures left.
I gotta say, playing a good old Pokemon ROM hack that has so many of them available, the nicknames have been getting really bad, chat. I can't come up with 1,000 nicknames, okay? It's too many. They're getting really bad. There's too many of them! I at least nicknamed them every single time! But there's so many of them! Rude! You know, it's a weird combination, chat. Sitting cross-legged while also trying to sit up straight. I gotta sit up straight because it's the only way I can talk into the microphone properly. But at the same time, I want to be comfortable. So... You gotta make sure to sit up straight, chat, because if you don't, you're gonna throw your back, and you don't want to do that. The back is a precious thing. To have no access to it is to suffer endlessly. Posture is important.
Who needs the charge beam now?
It's kind of like the classic
3 items
combo.
left in Tortoise Rock.
Posture's always one of those things that your parents will nag you about throughout the childhood, and it's just like, but I don't wanna! And then you get older and you're just like, oh god, I wanna!
I thought you've already cleared Master Sword pedestal.
Get in that pit! Oh, hey, Red Veil!
Hopefully this will help things.
Ah, I see!
2 treasures left.
We're Game Boy Lapras now!
More heart pieces. 1 item left in the Turtle Club that features weird So Mario blocks and Super Mario references. Where are the good items? Neat. That's the last of them.
It's an almost monochromatic color scheme, so... I don't know, I keep on managing to get the pixel-perfect bonks. Not exactly my favorite thing to be so precise on. I gotta have such 6 moves because I played this too much. That's the simple summary on that one.
Congratulations on beating off Icy Hot Sponsor.
I did have a bit of a history that involves such things as... Check notes. Being on top of the leaderboard for, like, 4 months straight. That was something. That was back before people realized that routing is indeed an important thing. People just tried to write it off as meaningless and thought that the only thing that mattered was execution. And to them I say, ha! Nowadays, there's still a few people that are like that, but not so much. People have realized, oh, being efficient actually is important. Yeah, Black went ahead and took all the different full game records. I ain't beating Black. Black is the Wario master. I mean, just look at his history. It's nothing but Wario. Yeah, that's a funky Castlevania beat going on right here. Yep, even 101%. Now I'm by like a lot of minutes. Oh, hey, there's the grapple beam. Grapple is locked behind Go Mode, chat.
Hey, Tracker. Track Shack Tool Go Mode.
Depressing but true. Alright, we've already gotten our 2 items out of the front, so the big key has to be in the back. I mean, I'd play a 5-game rando for content. I've done a marathon stream before. I played like 5 different rando scenes back to back. That took a long time! Let's see, what was it? It was Link to the Past, Super Metroid, Metroid Prime, Minish Cap, and Ocarina of Time. Damn!
Even more heart
Man,
pieces.
even the big key in this dungeon's
2
in an
treasures
inconvenient
left.
location. The scene has just been inconvenient. Yeah, unfortunately, all I can say about that one is sad Captain Falcon noises. I'm pretty sure this is from the Game Chop set, and it is a Castlevania remix. It sounds like a Bloody Tears mix? Yes, I can vaguely hear the doo 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 doo. Similar melody bits. Well, that's the me. You know, that makes sense. They compose their same games. Alright, can I get one more spin speed? Nope! Gonna have to work with Reduced Range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8!
Marked bottle with fairy at blind cell.
Hey, Checker, I'd do that.
Whatever you say, nerd.
How did you even get that out of me just counting? Hey, Tracker, the GT Big Key Guessing game is now open for guests.
The GT Big Key Guessing game is now open for guesses. By the way, I'm taking a 50% cut of the souls this time. I'm joining with 6. Cleared Dork Palace.
Ba-da-bum. I'm taking a shortcut! Here we go! Whee!
One. If you like having a soul, then I hope you made your guess because the floor is now closed. Did that really require tracking?
Another
2.
possible Dark Magician seed, we'll see.
3.
There's no small key on the right-hand side. I wasn't planning to encompass room anyways, but there's a chance that you had to go left side first in this seed if you wanted to get the ideal route.
Four. 5.
Double kill.
6. I guess I lost. Told you I wasn't cheating. 7. 8.
'Man, this song is really mixed to the left ear. That's one thing with headphones. The strings are almost entirely in the left.
9.
'I like this sprite though. It has a couple of shadow related issues, but it's mostly fine.
10. 11. 12. 13.
Oh my god. Didn't we have a Dark Magician only seed last time too? Repetition. Come on out!
14.
One, two, three. Smooth.
$15. 16.
Okay, it's right there.
17. I bet you feel silly for not picking the correct random path.
But I did,
The
Tracker!
winners who guessed number 17 are Death Warrior 17.
Hey, Death Warrior, congratulations! You get yourself one of these!
Well done!
It's like, it's not that I didn't guess the correct route, Tracker. It's that the correct route was really long. Get a little bit of restart at the end, why not? I mean, it's a cave of invisibility and invincibility. Dual purpose. Oh, sword beams acquired! Alert! Hey, Tracker Track content.
Found more content.
Even many years ago, T. Lopez was still OP. Or T. Lopes, whichever one it is. The joys of language and inconsistency.
Neat. 8 items left in that tower so big that its owner is clearly compensating for something.
I can't hurt what you
Save
can't
some 20
see.
rupees for the rest of us. 7 items left in Ganon's tower. Found more superb missiles. 6 treasures left.
Yeah, English is such a cacophonous mess of other languages that the inconsistency just kind of comes with the territory. Didn't get the angles right on that one. God, what are these patterns? That was only going to be single guaranteed. One. Whee!
Hi Lord Nanfoodle.
Incoming! Please tell me what to do. Come on! Get in! Get in! Stop doing your best Marks impression and get over here! Oh my god! Oh my god, he's being a Kirby final boss! He's doing it! Look at him go! Get him! Oh my god, I've gotten an extra teleport on every single hit of that phase. God! Damn, I didn't actually want Torch Glitch there.
Oh yeah.
Get him out of here!
You're on your own here.
Alright, Lapras has completed their part of the deal.
Marked Porkula as defeated.
Next! Porkula. Let's go! Oh man, that deep, deep electronic bass noise. Alright, Fallen, bring it in! Ah, it's creepy in here. Oh no! It's sucking the life out of him! Every time. Oh no! Goku's hungry. I have done baby skip in its, like, full successfully 0 times. I've done baby skip in the form of getting slowed down and having to fix my speed like a dozen times. The last little bit is really difficult to get this wall destroyed and sneak out without getting snatched up at all. Yep, it just requires some very precise movement to skip that cutscene. Ah! And so, Goku continues to hunger in a corner. Will Goku eat Mother Brain? Yeah, probably. That boy stomachs anything. Ah! Silly drool causing lag. More damage. More. Really sick shot. Nice. Five shots to kill Mother Brain. Ah.
Toggled Mother Brain on.
Just look at that! We did have so many missiles that we have some left over. Funny how we went from having, like, no ammo to way too much ammo. Going up? And still Goku goes to pick up some lunch.
Timer paused.
There we go.
Good job.
About 10-ish minutes slower than usual because of the nonsense items locations on those last couple, but whatever works. Success! Achoo! We found almost everything in the game. Hey, Tracker, where's that red? Oh, hey, Tracker, enable spoilers.
Toggled spoilers on.
Ah. That feel when the cloud face is just a toad face. Yeah, we kind of just did everything. There's not very much left in the entire scene at this point. We know one of those things is after Crocomire, which means it's probably going to end up being the magic powder. Hey, Tracker, where's the drugs?
The prescription medicine is at Lanmala's, in Desert Palace.
Ah, never mind then. Hey, Tracker, where's that red shit? Hey, Tracker, where's the red boomerang?
That red shit is at Armus Knights, in Eastern Palace.
Ah, they were on the 2 pendant dungeons I didn't do. Both the bosses! Yay!
Did you forget already? How sad. It was a 20 rupees.
Tracker, what are you on about? What the heck was past Crocomire then? Was it including the flute in that selection? Because that's quite possible. I guess that's probably what it was. I didn't think Crocomire Escape was part of the Crocomire area, but I guess I'm mistaken. Hey, Tracker, where's an E-Tank?
You already cleared every location that has an E-Tank.
Right, it was Mama Turtle Room. I did see the 14th one. So yeah, it must have been the flute. And we also skipped the last reserve tank, so yeah, that's all that stuff dealt with. God, I'm getting hungry at this early in the afternoon. Having small lunches and all that stuff, eh, what? Alright, so that is going to go ahead and do it for today. I have something that's coming up tomorrow that is new, so, you know, well, that'll be fun. Actually having new stuff, impossible.